play in 3, 2, 1.
Alright, so we have ZenoAkoop as Hopper in the... that's the west side of the map, yes it is, and Deadbones on the southeast as, of course, the Quartermaster. Tried and true color matches here. This is a strange little map.
Wow, yeah, Deadbones has his own little area of the map. He can, I guess, safely expand here in the back, but Zeno could ferret if he wanted to from the other side of the cliff. But yeah,
it's a very small
Deadbones
entrance
is
to the high ground.
nice little position here, but very easy getting contained. This high ground right outside this little bridge area, so Zeno could do that if he wanted.
Deadbones does have his sniper balloons, so we'll have to see if he ends up using those. Both players just going economy first, prioritizing farms and probably getting... Yeah, Deadbones going 7 farm squirrel. Zeno looks like he's doing the same. Yep, also going 7 farm squirrel. None of these players using lizards currently, so favoring squirrel perhaps, because they've played so many games with squirrels, not switching to the lizard hype train just yet.
Yeah, I'm assuming they're just taking the lizards out altogether because they just don't want to deal with toads.
It's quite
likely. Even in the squirrel matchup, toads aren't too bad if you get enough of them. And you know, if a squirrel hits if a toad hits a squirrel ball, that's absolutely devastating.
Yeah, it is definitely a lot more risky going toads against squirrels than it is against lizards. But Deadbone's going for a forward expansion. He has a safe option back home, but he looks like he's going to take this forward base with just his initial 6 squirrels and looking to secure this high ground. Very aggressive play, but it's definitely going to pay off.
Yeah, definitely seems like something Deadbones would do. He usually likes getting those forward bases. He doesn't want to get contained or lose out on a late game potential. As I mentioned, if he did take that back expand, he has a much higher potential of getting contained late. But now, if he takes this successfully, he has both the high ground and he can step back, take the one on the low ground.
Yeah, he has 2 extra expansions if he wants to, and ZenoAkoop realizing, okay, he has the high ground now, probably shouldn't push up there, goes for an expansion of his own, slamming down 4 farms right away. Both players on very low army values right now. Deadbones probably just looking to secure more of his high ground, probably adding in some balloons.
Man, almost every single game I've watched... Yeah, definitely. Almost every single game I've watched of these guys, they love, getting a few tier 1s out and then expand, put a whole bunch of farms down. Really par for the course at the moment.
Yeah, that's the meta game of Tooth and Tail, isn't it? Where you play against a player, especially now that our community is still pretty small, and you kind of know what to expect. So if you're playing Deadbones, chances are you get away with getting 2 fully saturated bases really fast, because he's going to try and do the same thing. And it looks like both players realize this in each other's playstyle. Zeno has double tier 1 and some skunks, whereas Deadbones adds on the sniper balloon instead of tier 2.
Yeah, look how fast this is compared to the rest of the games, which barely went to even 8 or 9 farms. We're looking at 16 farms for Zeno, and we're going to be 16 for Deadbones very soon here.
Yep, Deadbones taking the back base so he can burrow to it later, probably. Delaying his farms a little bit. He does get the sniper balloon, which slowed him down a little bit. Zeno adding on double pigeon, probably expecting skunks out of Deadbones, and he would be correct.
Another balloon going down. Really wants to keep hold of this high ground, which is pretty smart. He pretty much has 2 extra bases locked down with just this high ground alone.
Exactly. It locks down Zeno to just the 2 bases he has, and then potentially the one on the low ground, which is risky to take. Deadbones closes off the base to the north of his current high ground base, and it defends the one to the west of it as well. And Zeno is moving out to secure his 3rd. Even though we're only at the 4-minute mark, both players already have a 3rd mill either going or constructed.
Ooh, taking that mill for some tank if he decides to push up the high ground. One thing that Zeno really wants to consider is to push at some point soon, because Deadbones has a tier 3 while Zeno doesn't. So if it really seems like it's going to get to that point, and if he gets that boar out with all these squirrels around, it's just going to help him so much.
Yeah, if it gets to that point, the game definitely favors Deadbones, but Zeno just aggressively securing the position, goes, like, all his farms, they haven't even constructed yet, but they're all there. Deadbones going back, building some extra farms of his own, Army values are pretty equal right now, but Deadbones is going to add in some ferrets.
Okay,
So
Xeno's
to force
definitely
the
look.
engagement.
Yeah, I think. Oh, he's going in now. Interesting. Ooh.
Here we go with a fight. ZenoAkoop pushing in into 3 sniper balloons, a bunch of skunks, a bunch of ferrets, and Deadbones and squirrels are in the back, so the tier 2 is tanking most of the damage, and it looks like Xeno's attack is going to get pushed back. Both of his skunks are down, while his Deadbones still has a number of squirrels. He has both of his ferrets alive, and he can just start shelling away at Xeno's position on the low ground. The pigeons definitely doing work here, making sure units don't just die to the skunk gas. Xeno's desperately trying to re-rally, but yeah, I think
his units are running into that balloon on the road, unfortunately.
Xeno deciding that it was time to push in, but Deadbones just holding back, letting his tier 2 tank most of the damage while the squirrels were in the back doing damage. It was either good positioning or a misplay. Xeno has 12 pigeons, but against ferrets and sniper balloons, I don't know that was a correct play. His squirrels are slowly dying, whereas Deadbones has the higher numbers. He has 4 skunks out right now, and now Xeno is on the ropes.
Yeah, I'm really confused why he decided to push in so early that first time, because he placed like 4 or 5 warrens down near that third base, and then as soon as he placed them, he pushed in. Like he probably should have waited till he had that army up before pushing in.
Now Deadbones can just retreat after taking that base, knowing that ZenoAkoop can't really take another expansion. There is so much skunk gas on the field. Deadbones too, having 4 skunks. ZenoAkoop, he has a bunch of tier 1 warrens still, and his newly built warrens are out, but the replay has desync, so Deadbones will take the game.
Yeah, there we go. That should have been GG right
gotcha.
there. Looks like the game is still running. It hasn't quite gone, but there we go. GG. Deadbones.